Hi guys, so I am making some hamburgers, and what I have here is 1 pound of ground beef because it's just the kids and I'm going to make them really small hamburgers. And we also have some minced onion, some garlic powder, balsamic vinegar, salt, pepper, and some hamburger. The hamburger seasoning is to enhance the flavor of the hamburger. Salt and pepper, it just enhances more of the flavor. Balsamic vinegar is making it a little bit moist. I personally think so. If you don't like it, then don't use it. And I rather prefer to use the raw onion and raw garlic, but I don't have any. So this is what I'm going to have to work with. So what we're going to do is that we're going to add some of the minced onion, garlic powder, just a little bit of balsamic vinegar, some salt, pepper. Sorry about that, my kids are awake, so this might be a little bit of a loud video, and also the hamburger seasoning. And then we're going to be using our hands. My hands are washed. I have no rings on either one of them because I'm dealing with raw meat and I don't want to get them in my ring. And we're just going to mix this up. And I'll be right back after everything gets well incorporated. Okay, so I have everything well incorporated. I just mixed it up and put it in a little bit of ball. So now what we're going to be doing is taking a little bit of the hamburger. We're going to be maybe making patties out of it. We're going to put it on a separate plate. And then I'll show you what to do next. So I have formed all of my hamburger patties, and I did end up putting my thumb right in the middle of each one of them. It's because the middle is going to cook faster, and it's going to bubble up. And if you don't put the insert in the middle of each one of the patties, the middle of it is going to get raw, or at least cook raw. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, so what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be sticking these in the freezer for anywhere between half an hour to 45 minutes so they can firm up. So when I cook them in a regular skillet, makes how I won't be able to drain the grease as much, that they're not going to just fall apart. So I'm going to stick those in the freezer, and I'll be right back. Hi guys, so it's been about half an hour later, and these are pretty frozen. I mean, they're not frozen, but they are pretty... See, they're holding their shape, otherwise that would have probably just fallen right off. But what we're going to do is that I have a preheated skillet right here, which has been preheating for about 10 minutes now. And listen, that's the sound that you're looking for. So I'm going to put a couple of hamburgers in here, and I am going to let these cook for a few minutes on each side until they're ready to flip, and I will be right back when they're ready to flip. Alright, so these have been cooking for a couple of minutes, and as you can tell, it has turned brown around the edges, and the middle has puffed up a little bit, and that's the main importance of putting the little divot in the center of it. So we're going to be flipping these over, and be careful, it will spray at you. I've already been whacked quite a few times with grease. Let me flipping that one over, and oh yeah, look at that color. But let the pan do its job. Don't be flattening them at all. Don't be moving around. Just let the pan do its job. Let them cook. And when they're ready to get out of the pan, which should be here in the next like minute or so, I have a pan over here that is lined with paper towels. And we're going to be putting the hamburgers on the paper towels so we can remove some of that grease off the hamburgers. Otherwise, you're going to be biting into a very, very greasy hamburger. But we're going to be putting this a little bit closer. Don't put it too close, especially when you got grease splattering everywhere. Alright, let's check on these. Alright, so I have checked on the bottom of them, and they look pretty decent for me. So we're going to be taking these out. You know, some of the grease. And that one kind of just flopped wherever it decided to go. As you can tell, it held its form. This one's being a pain in the butt. We're just going to be putting it right there. And then we're going to be cooking up the rest of the hamburgers. But before I do that, see all this grease in here? I'm going to be draining that out, and then I'm going to be cooking up the rest of them. So I'll be back when everything's ready to be applied. Alright, so I have the last one cooking up. I ended up just putting some American cheese on here. I melted that in the microwave for 15 minutes. The other option you can do, if you don't like the microwave, you can also put it in the oven on a pan and put it on boiler and put it in the into the boiler and for about 5-10 minutes until the cheese is melted. Or the other option is that you could just add the cheese while it's in the skillet after you flip them over the second time, and when they're just about done, put some cheese on top, put a lid on top, and melt the cheese that way. But I just put mine in the microwave. So I'm just going to take one of these. I'm going to put it on my burger. I also put some ketchup and mustard on it. Put a pickle off to the side. You can have some chips there, and that's how I make my hamburgers. Alright, thanks guys. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know in the comment section below on what you like in your burger. Thanks guys. Bye.